reliable, comfortable, affordable, and good-looking. These have been the key attributes of the Hyundai Tucson since its redesign almost 5 years ago. It has been one of the predominant forces of the compact crossover segment, running neck-to-neck with established models such as the RAV4 and the Honda CR-V. However, the 2025 brought the Tucson up to an all-new level, allowing it to elevate itself as a superior to the usual suspects. So let's not waste any time and take a deep dive into why and how the 2025 Hyundai Tucson blows away the competition. Refreshed styling. The Tucson was always a pretty striking vehicle, and to be frank, looking at a 2020 model even today will most likely leave you thinking that it's a brand new model. Hyundai understands that the Tucson's design is a true ace in the segment, which is why they decided to, instead of changing it up completely, just refresh it and put it even more in line with the 2020s. Honestly, just by glancing at it, you'd be forgiven for thinking that the Tucson looks the same. From the front, one of the biggest changes are the LED lights embedded in the grille that make up the Tucson's trademark angel wings. These have been softened up and simplified a bit around the edges, making the front end more approachable and less aggressive compared to the pre-facelift. In addition to that, the front bumper design has been slightly changed, and the Tucson now has a deeper, cleaner, and sharper chin compared to the pre-facelift, making it look noticeably more athletic and bolder than the previous model. The rear end design has also gone through a minor change, with the biggest difference being the mock diffuser at the lower end of the bumper. It now utilizes a less complex and far more elegant design that is painted in an aluminum-like color, making the vehicle look even more premium than before. In addition to that, the Tucson also offers all-new wheel designs that allow it to look both more modern, far more attractive, and frankly, less in your face. All in all, the exterior of the 2025 Tucson is a lesson to all manufacturers to what a facelift should look like, a subtle improvement of an already good design. That, though, isn't the case for the Tucson's inside. Completely redesigned interior. The pre-facelift Tucson had an attractive but generally uneventful interior that didn't really line up with the extravagant character of its exterior. The new cabin of the Hyundai Tucson, the best cabin in the business bar none, rivaled only by the likes of the notoriously high-quality CX-5 and CX-50, albeit it beats them out in terms of technology. First of all, the most direct change you can see is the infotainment system. Instead of the dated in-dashboard design of the pre-facelift, the new Hyundai Tucson has a more luxurious horizontal screen fitted atop the dashboard, similar to the W222 Mercedes S-Class. Additionally, it also has a digital gauge cluster that is updated compared to the pre-facelift, offering better resolution, more options, and being generally far more convenient to use. Also, it is mated to the infotainment screen, and these two make up a big digital slab in front of the driver, further amplifying the borderline luxurious character of the Tucson. Honestly, just compare it to the RAV4's interior or the Ford Escape's cabin. It looks night and day next to those two. Thankfully, even though it was digitalized, the interior of the Tucson also relies heavily on physical buttons, swivels, and commands, allowing you to easily do whatever you want. In addition to tech upgrades, the Tucson's cabin has also gotten a bump in terms of interior quality. Many owners have noted the general lack of quality and a dampening in the interior, and many parts have been recorded as squeaky and low quality. Thankfully for the 2025 model year, the quality has been bumped up quite a bit, and the interior is now drastically more upmarket, especially on higher trims. First of all, you can see an abundance of soft-touch materials, leather, tactile aluminum-feeling buttons and surfaces, and the inside truly feels like a competitor to the likes of the Audi Q5 and Q3, especially since the Q5's downgrade Audi calls a redesign. All in all, if cabin space and quality are a priority for you, then the Tucson offers truly high levels of content. Improved equipment levels. We've already mentioned that high trim levels will be getting all kinds of improvements. However, the same can be true for lower-end models. All Tucsons will be coming with the aforementioned combo of a digital gauge cluster and infotainment, with the only difference being how advanced these two will be. In addition to that, all models will come with a myriad of safety features that will make driving a breeze. You'll get adaptive cruise control, pedestrian detection, rear traffic alert, as well as blind spot monitoring and lane departure warning and assist. Furthermore, all models will come with gorgeous wheels, a wide array of colors, LED front and rear lights, nice well-padded seats, and many other amenities, allowing even the most basic of models to look upmarket compared to the likes of the RAV4 or the Ford Escape. Fantastic reliability and warranty. Again, a place where the Tucson excels is how reliable it is. Hyundai really has become a true Toyota and Honda rival in the past few years, and the fact that they're listening to many owners and buyers further confirms that they're in this for the long run. For example, despite the massive urge to go turbocharged only, the Hyundai Tucson remains a dependable and traditional option for those of us that value reliability and simplicity over everything else. As a result, the base powertrain of the Tucson will be an underpowered but severely underworked 2.5-liter inline-4 engine, which will produce around 190 HP. This might seem like a low HP output, but do remember that we used to drive cars with sub 100 HP quite happily a decade or two ago, and we didn't consider them underpowered. The Tucson with this engine will be able to do 0 to 60 in less than 9 seconds, which, while leisurely, is quite adequate. If that's too weak for you, you can always opt for the hybrid and plug-in hybrid, which are brisker, peppier, and more economical, but do cost a bit more, and come with a smaller turbocharged lump under the hood. That said, no matter which model you decide to go for, the Tucson will always come with complimentary 5 years worth of warranty for the entire vehicle, and up to 10 years when it comes down to the powertrain. Isn't that something? Honestly, this peace of mind you get with it is alone worth buying the Tucson for. Speaking of buying, pricing and trim levels. The little Korean crossover has come quite a long way, and that is reflected by its price very well. The base SE trim costs some $28,600, making it a real rival to its other base model competitors. For that kind of money, you get a more rudimentary digital gauge cluster, 12.3-inch infotainment, alloy wheels, and the previously mentioned 2.5-liter GDI. So not a lot by industry standards, but not little either. The SEL offers a better choice of colors, a nicer set of wheels and exterior and interior trim, nicer interior materials, as well as small amenities like heated front seats, a smart liftgate, Hyundai's digital key 2, and other small improvements. At $30,465, this is an upgrade that's well worth it. Next up is the SEL Convenience, which brings the digital gauge cluster, highway driving assist, navigation system, and advanced driving assist to the SEL trim, marking the first proper attainable luxury trim of the lineup. The price is high though, coming a bit under $33,000. Next up is the XRT, which comes with blacked out exterior trim, LED taillights, nice bespoke 18-inch alloys and cladding, and details that make it stand out from the SEL as a more rugged alternative. It starts at $33,000, just like the SEL Convenience, and considering the fact you don't get any of the upgrades you did with it, this trim is a considerable waste of money. Finally, there's the Limited trim, which comes with leather seats, a panoramic sunroof, high-quality materials on the door trims, and the dashboard remote parking assist, surround view mirror, making the Tucson a truly luxurious car. However, the pricing, which starts at $38,545, is also quite steep, which is why we would avoid this trim if possible. All trims come with FWD as standard, and all-wheel drive is an optional extra for all of them. If you ask us, we'd recommend going for either the SEL Convenience or the SE, and not optioning out AWD. Let's not lie to ourselves. If you're buying a crossover, you aren't going to go off-roading. The Hyundai Tucson isn't a budget option anymore. Oh no, it's a fully fledged competitor to its rivals, and it beats them out in many ways. However, it also costs the same as its rivals too. Frankly, that isn't that big of a deal for us, because you do get quite a lot of car for the money. Wouldn't you agree?